No way, this is guaranteed to wet your whistle. After calling for an Ethereum blast off just a few days ago around $600, our portfolios have absolutely exploded, more than the porta potties at a hot dog eating contest. But does Ethereum have enough juice to push to that $800 per Ethereum level? But even more importantly, what Bitcoin is doing right now at these levels above 27,000 US dollars has to be paid attention to. Let's dive in. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, Melvin Moonblast, and boy oh boy do we have a lot to be jumping into today with Bitcoin's price, and boy do we have to look at Ethereum as well. And is this the beginning of another altcoin move, guys? We've been talking about for the last few videos. Things are just heating up in the space, and I know for a fact so many of you in the comments are waiting for this altcoin eruption, and today we're getting a little taste of that. So we're going to be jumping into that in this webisode as well. And specifically what Bitcoin is doing, though, is is actually really interesting, but a little shocking as well. So we're going to go ahead and hippity hop into this TA, guys. So if you like TA, if you like Bitcoin, if you like absolute moon gainers, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications as well. And as well, all comments do enter you for hardware wallets, equivalent BTC, or access to T4. Make sure to stay tuned. Skippity doo dah. So guys, we got our weekly close last night. Beautiful as always. Very interesting charts here on this weekly, but guys, let's take a look here. What's going on the 1 hour chart? So I kind of have a speculative, this is probably the least important pattern that I have on here, but I just have it on here because the structure is valid. What this is just a very, very short-term symmetrical triangle here on the 1 hour chart. But one thing I really just want to highlight is after we made our video yesterday, you see exactly where we fell to and where we found support. So if you see it here, we fell past this 21 hourly moving average, which we talked about at length in yesterday's video. And you can see we did not fall below the 50 hourly moving average. So after failing the most basic moving average here on the hourly chart, we went to the next most basic. So really not anything too difficult so far. And again, what this means, in my opinion, is absurd strength from Bitcoin. The fact that even these simple, just 1 hour moving averages so far have been holding its support. But now we're at a key level where these two 21 and 50 moving averages are completely converged right at about 27,000 US dollars. Now, a big move is most likely coming. But again, most of this video is going to be devoted actually to looking at Ethereum and then this Bitcoin chart on a more longer time frame. But one thing I did want to note as well, we held our very first level of support, which is something we've had on here for quite a while, and it's something we've been talking about for quite a while too. Basically the $26,000 level. We said yesterday 26 is very good. If 26 fails, there's a high chance that we come down to our next level on this chart, but don't even have to worry about that because we didn't do that. So we're still holding very strongly here. I'm still going to keep this speculative triangle on here, but for right now, guys, let's actually take a look what Bitcoin is doing on the daily chart. This is absolutely, again, just a testament, I think, to Bitcoin's absolute strength right now, because basically what Bitcoin is doing is getting pullbacks, the very smallest percent pullbacks that we possibly can before continuing higher, which again, to me, guys, all this is showing is absolute immense strength in the Bitcoin market. Absolute insane strength. So we have not even broken back into this ascending broadening wedge that we've been following for quite a while now. We've been holding this support. This is something we've talked about in the last few videos. If we break this, most likely going to revisit it. You see a very, very bearish candle here yesterday. We see this is mostly a wick to the upside that was pushed all the way back down to about 26.5. But you notice we opened today at about 26.5, and we're above $27,000 again. So Bitcoin continues to hold here, not making any promises on this chart. And if we switch to this other daily chart, this I think is more important. This is obviously where we're consolidating. We talked about this level, ascending resistance now, but it's about 27.4 as of today. But this level, I think, is going to be the big hurdle. You saw that massive wick came after trying to breach above this. We did breach above it, but you see us get pushed back below it here. And again, our next leg up, and again, like I said yesterday, where I think things get really parabolic for Bitcoin is above this level. And this is a 9-month ascending channel that we have on here that has played immense support and resistance for Bitcoin. Very important stuff. Right now, I think we're going to actually, again, continue to see some more short-term resistance here, which is exactly why we were talking about Ethereum and some altcoins getting some value a few days ago. And lo and behold, they have, right? They've pumped a lot. So yeah, if we take a look at Bitcoin in this chart, you see the same thing. This is a different ascending channel, but the same levels of resistance there. And in terms of this fib extension, we're still between the 2 and 2.272 here on the 4-hour chart. So just consolidating still. This chart's very interesting because we're actually holding some key moving averages on the 4-hour chart. Overall, what I'm taking from these Bitcoin charts is that even though we had a pretty bearish rejection yesterday, Bitcoin continues to hold the very first line of support, basically. Like we have come down to support levels that we're looking at, but we're not even going to our second, third, fourth. We're not even going past that first level. So again, to me, showing immense strength even after a very peculiar price rejection we saw on this daily chart, which, as we talked about yesterday, and which is the reason we thought we were going to continue down yesterday, which we did, is because this is a very clear rejection in the short term. However, in the short term now, 24 hours later, Bitcoin is still giving us signs of strength. So there's still no reason to immediately flip bearish yet. Is it possible that we could go to, 28, 29, or 28 again, $29,000 and $30,000 before getting this pullback? Yes, absolutely. Okay, that's not out of the cards yet. We're getting this consolidation. We're still in a position, again, this can change hourly, so you want to watch this, but we're still in a position as of now where this still has bullish momentum left. We have gotten kind of that retrace here. Still too early to bet too bearish on Bitcoin. If anything, sideways consolidation, which again, leaves more room for some of these altcoins. So if we go to Ethereum, this is absolutely very nice to see after breaking basically above like 630, gone an entire $100 above that, currently about 746. Now, like we've been saying the last few days, I think this is going to continue. Ethereum has been inching up. Ethereum's clearly very undervalued in my opinion. And this is just a very key horizontal level of resistance that Ethereum is currently breaching. I personally think once we break above 800 and up to like 830-ish, Ethereum has some free reign to actually start attempting to kind of reach toward those all-time highs, because we don't have to just break the very last all-time high before we can start anticipating a blast off through the previous all-time highs. I personally think breaking above like the $830 level gives us a very clear shot to go a lot further, a lot quicker, and really pick up momentum. To me, this chart is very bullish for Ethereum as well. This is just the US dollar pairing. Yeah, just a very bullish chart. A lot of these altcoins are kind of following this, and a lot of altcoins are also just following Bitcoin's lead as well. And guys, the entire cryptocurrency space is where all of the excitement, all of the action really lies, because as you see here, Bitcoin broke all-time highs. Some other altcoins did, but for the most part, many of them haven't. But the next huge milestone is just breaking the entire crypto cap all-time highs, which you see we're just a few percentages away. As of this very second, I believe we're like 5% away. Yeah, we're roughly 5% away, less than $50 billion in market cap away from all-time highs for the entire cryptocurrency market cap. Keep in mind, Bitcoin absorbed most of this. That's why Bitcoin's dominance is around like 70% still, because some of these altcoins are still absolutely obliterated, absolutely destroyed. They just got munched on, slapped, and spit on for the past few years, so give them a break. But they're going to crawl from the ashes at some point, or at least the good ones will. So we're watching that, guys. DXY, as we talked about, yeah, we thought we were going to get a rejection on this 21 daily moving average. We did. I said that a while ago, back as we were attempting this about a week ago, and actually exactly a week ago. And yeah, it's a trend I think is just going to continue. We're most likely going to head down to this next level, like the 88.5 here, in my opinion. But again, is there any fundamental reason why the US dollar, if we're going to do all this money printing, is there any fundamental reason why the US dollar should reverse? I believe there was like a falling wedge pattern that a lot of people are looking at. Let me just try and draw it on here real quick. I believe it's maybe just something like here. We're drawing something like this, where it's like this falling wedge pattern. Again, this isn't perfect. But yeah, see it like this, and then it breaks up here. And a lot of people are drawing the same thing, I think maybe like this. And they're saying, yeah, we're about to have a little breakout. Again, that's possible. It's always possible. I just personally don't believe that's what's going to happen. And it's for a fundamental reason. This was back in 2018, the beginning of 2018, as Bitcoin absolutely got destroyed. And Ethereum and the rest of the altcoins got absolutely chewed out, crunched and munched and thrown to the side. Then this happened. Now, guys, we're in a fundamentally different time. There was a little more confidence in the US dollar back then. I just find it hard to believe that any investor with a brain in their noggin would find the US dollar as an attractive investment or an attractive place to keep their money right now. Again, fundamentally, I think things are different this time. If we do get a massive breakup here, to 96, even potentially all the way back to, close to 100 on the DXY, I will be the first to say I was wrong about that, but I just think that the chances of that happening are extremely low, and fundamentally there's literally zero reason why it should happen. So what does that mean though for Bitcoin, for people in crypto? What does that mean? What I'm saying is if we don't get a break up here and we just continue falling and we head more towards these lower support levels that we set back in 2018 before it broke up massively, let's say we break below that. What does that mean for you holding Bitcoin, you holding Ethereum, you holding altcoins? It means absolute blast off. That's all it means. There is an insane inverse correlation with this chart. If this dumps, let's say this dumps down to 86, it's almost guaranteed in my mind that Bitcoin's going to explode thousands and thousands of dollars higher than it currently is, way past $30,000 if we see a massive dump in this chart. And inevitably, that's what I believe is coming, because the only two options are we, again, repeat that falling wedge type pattern and break up, or we just smash through this support and Bitcoin goes on a tear. And that's the scenario where these $100,000, $200,000 Bitcoin price targets for next year become low, right? If that happens, that's where we look and say, wow, we thought it would only go to 100,000. We thought it would only go to 150,000. If the DXY fundamentally fails here, collapses, then that's where those predictions become extremely low predictions, and the real price predictions for Bitcoin should be much, much, much higher. I don't know why I opened a tab for XRP a few days ago, but just watching it, I'm just really curious what this lawsuit is going to do. It might have some ripple effects with some of these other alts. I'm pretty sure Bitcoin and Ethereum, pretty safe. Just kind of ignore XRP if you're looking at only Bitcoin and Ethereum. But will there be any ramifications going forward with some of these altcoins? It's possible, and so that's why we're watching that. And as well, guys, the SPX, this is interesting. Still setting new all-time highs, I believe. But again, this level we've been talking about for a while. It'll be very interesting to see if we ever get a rejection off of here. I personally hope not, just because, when the stocks do well, Bitcoin tends to also do decent. There's not a great correlation, but it would just be better if we didn't get a massive dump here. I'm just really curious to see what it does here as it continues to kind of test this trend line that it's basically been flirting with for the entire year of 2020. Wow, so if you guys are interested in trading as well, make sure to take advantages of our bonuses up to $200 on Bybit. Keep in mind, trading is always risky whether it's leverage or not, but if you're interested in supporting the channel and you have experience trading, make sure to check that out. But yeah, let's actually do the giveaway we talked about in yesterday's video. So let's just refresh this, see if we got any more retweets. So it has 102 retweets. So what we'll do here is actually do the random number generator, put in 102. And you know what? Let's actually just pick two winners here. I said yesterday one, but let's do two. So 20 is the first one. So let's see who that is. 1, 2, 3, 4. $19, $20. Apu Kum. Okay, very nice, brother. Apu Kum. Make sure to hit me up. Just shoot me an email. Tweet me as well. I'll just give you a follow so I know the real one. And let's pick the next winner here. 11. Okay, so let's go back up to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Future Tech Brother, also make sure to shoot me an email and we can get you that $100 in Bitcoin. So Future Tech and Apu Kum or Apu Kum. Wow, so if you guys are new, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, and as always, make sure you leave your comment below to enter for the giveaways.